Some of you have been asking how to become a better communicator. Communication skills. Now, as I saw that search, I thought to myself, of course, everybody's coming from a different background. You could be in business, it could be in your career, you want to be a better communicator, it could be in your family, it could be with your friends, or it could be with investors. You are looking to get investors to buy into your vision, to get funding. Communication is the highest level in life when it comes to work and the type of work we do. That is why speakers get paid more money. And if you are just beginning, maybe one of the things you're doing right now is you're on live streams. But let me go back and say, I don't know where you're coming from when you ask that. Several people have been asking that question, so let me touch on it a little bit. I'm going to generally say, you have to think, why do you want to become a better communicator? Is it because you want to improve the quality of your relationships? You have to think of your motivation, and the motivation has to be compelling enough for you to follow through and for you to practice every single day. So what is your motivation? Why do you want to become a better communicator? Is it because you want to get into public speaking? Is it because you want to get some investors on board with a new business idea or a new project? Or is it a charity that you're setting up? You want to get more donors? Or you want to just become more visible because you understand your visibility is going to open more doors for you, because it doesn't matter how good you are at whatever you do, how successful you are, you limit the type of life experience you will enjoy. Let me explain. If you are not visible by speaking, even faceless marketing, you are only attracting a small percent of the potential audience that you can reach, who are willing to invest in you. There are people looking for you. There are those who have been searching for somebody like you, with your face, with your gender, with your age, with your cultural background. But because you're not visible, they can't find you. There are people desperately looking for somebody like you. I know we have a lot of famous speakers, and you'll be like, oh, but don't do that to yourself. You cannot compare yourself to others. So let me go back, staying with a question. You want to become a better communicator. Is understand your audience. So the first one, of course, that I've just said is understand your motivation. If your motivation is not compelling enough, you will not follow through and you will slip back into old habits, right? But if you understand, oh, I need to become a better communicator to reach more clients, to become more visible, to open up my world, to build a location independent business and lifestyle, those are serious goals. Those are, we're not playing, right? So that means everything is going to be intentional and strategic. And yes, it will feel awkward at first. When we're trying to learn new habits or implement new habits, it feels awkward. So number one, your motivation. Why does that matter to you? Because I want you to stick it out even when it gets difficult. When you feel like, oh my goodness, I'm just misunderstood. Don't worry about that. Everybody gets misunderstood. Even the best of them gets misunderstood. I get misunderstood. Even when I mean well, I get misunderstood. It is a part of it. So, your motivation, number one. Then number two, you want to think, let me add, what's the long-term benefit? What's the long-term benefit? Because this will give you momentum. You will start acting now, right? You're going to compress time. You're going to have this sense of urgency. I need to become better. You see, time doesn't wait for anyone, but we can align with life, how life is working, and get on track and stay on track. So what's the long-term benefit? Becoming a better communicator improves the quality of our relationships. Even if there'll be people who misunderstand us, there are people who always misunderstand you. It is what it is. We must all get over that. But those who understand your place in their life, the value you add to their life, they will appreciate everything you say. And if anything, just like parents, we actually have to watch what we say because we carry such a weight of responsibility that we can't just say anything to our children. Many of us are still recovering from some things our parents said who are long gone. So it is actually your part now to be that parent that you didn't have. Start speaking to yourself. Because as you speak to yourself, as you heal, as you get better, as you reframe your story, as you become more resilient, that also plays a part in becoming a better communicator because you're taking responsibility for how you show up. So that's a long-term benefit. Even if you're misunderstood, this is going to work out well for you. Because too, if maybe you felt ignored or you couldn't answer back or in a debate and all this, others were getting away with it, they were better. When you start improving your own communication style, you'll be like, yes! It feels really good because your voice is powerful. You do also understand, here's the long-term benefit. I also do health coaching. I have a history in healthcare. But anyhow, your body listens to your voice. So communicating well, it's not just for others or the outside, right? I'm a mindset coach as well. You can hear this. It's for your own long-term benefit. You start to feel better. You can also heal your body because you're speaking to every cell in your body. This is going to sound weird and crazy, and I don't care. It's been scientifically proven. When you speak well of yourself, your body listens. You calm yourself down. Remember our parents, right? Sometimes they calmed us down and sometimes they left us to it. We're supposed to learn how to calm ourselves down. When you can feel you are escalating and it's getting worse, calm yourself down. Start counting backwards. Find what works for you, right? So speaking to yourself, it's important for every cell in your body. When you're not feeling well, speak well of yourself. Speak to every organ in your body. We are okay. I'm getting better. I know it will seem crazy. Don't do it in public, in your own private space. Okay, let's move on to the next part. And that's what I'm going to close with. I don't want to overwhelm you. I also do one-to-one coaching. If you need some support, you are moving in a certain direction in your business or your lifestyle, and you realize the life you've lived so far, you want better. And you have been willing to be honest enough and say, I don't need to keep investing in something that's not working for me anymore. Maybe you're a business owner. It's good to practice communicating. Because when you communicate from a place of authenticity, you're able to share your vision with passion. You're more likely going to get more buy-in. You're more likely going to get more people interested in what you do. Being a speaker it's inevitable if you have a business. We have to communicate. We have to be speaking. And it gets better with practice. I don't read teleprompters because I know what I want to talk about. If I need to go in depth on a topic, I do more research and I'll put some notes to remind me to stay on track. So speaking as a business it's got a long-term benefit for you personally and for the business, especially when it comes to selling your business. Okay, but here is an important part I want to say now. To be a better communicator, you have to become a better listener first. And I know we live in a busy world, been there, done that. I still make some of those mistakes where instead of listening to what somebody's saying completely, I jump in and, I'm contributing what I need to add and pray for me. I'm trying to get better at that. Because it's like, yeah, let's go. But when we give somebody the space to communicate completely, that space is acknowledging who they are, their value. It could be a homeless person. It could be an employee. It could be an associate. It could be somebody you don't even like. You don't appreciate what they stand for and what they care about. But by virtue of them being a human being, they are a sacred entity. You don't have to agree with everyone. But give that person space to express themselves. So being a great listener is a step forward. If you want to know more, leave me a link down below and we'll talk about it further.